Hello. How are you?
How are you?
I'm good.
Sorry, I have a little like a weird little migraine, so that's why the lights are out. I hope that isn't a problem. Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
When did it start?
It started like a little bit ago. I had stopped drinking coffee for like years, and I just started drinking it this weekend. I just looked it up. I think it can cause migraine,
Yeah.
which I didn't realize. So I'm fine, but I figure as long as we're doing audio, I can be a little creepy person in the dark here.
Yeah, totally. Hopefully
Whoa.
the audio isn't too much. Don't make too many loud noises
Yeah.
like a jackhammer or anything.
Yeah, no jackhammers.
Yes. No
Yeah,
jackhammers, guys. Okay. The special guest says no jackhammers.
Yeah. Is everyone in LA? Are you guys all in LA or?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. I think Darren is the only one he's in Arizona currently.
Ooh, sunny Arizona.
Yeah, don't envy him. He says it's basically over 100 degrees every day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, fry an egg outside Arizona.
And every time we talk about it, he's like, "You're making me want to come back to LA now because it's like 20 degrees cooler."
I'm Mary, by the way. I don't know if I met Daniel or Quincy.
I don't think I've met you, Mary.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Daniel.
Guys.
Yeah, I think maybe you just met maybe Darren and Emily.
Yeah.
In the jams. Good old
Yeah.
jams.
Little jams, pre-COVID days.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you been performing much at all or going on Zoom stuff?
Not really. We did one or two shows. Leroy did. That's about it. And then we were going to do an I'm Too Effing High podcast, but it was like they were doing something on YouTube. It's like a game show. But we had to like reschedule that. So not really. Have you guys been performing a lot or doing a lot of Zoom stuff?
I've basically been doing it kind of every week, except when the protest started, because I was like, oh, I'm too busy doing that shit, so I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, and then we started back up again, and yeah, I've been doing it every week for I think like 6 or 7 weeks now.
Oh, nice.
It's a little crazy. It's a lot of episodes.
I mean, it's a lot to organize.
Huh?
It's a lot to organize. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
I'm like Liz and Mary and Quincy, everyone. I was like, wait, yeah, what have I done recently? Like, I do this every Thursday.
Yeah, this show is when people were like, "How many of you have been doing improv on streaming or whatever?" I'm like, I guess technically.
Yeah.
I feel like in the first couple months, when people were just doing it, I was like, yeah, sure. Like, how long could this possibly go? Like, I'll watch Pony do a show, like whatever. And then
I was really watching a lot of Zoom improv at the beginning of the.
I thought Pony was doing a great job, like with their Monday shows, and then Asian F still does like a monthly, but like, I don't know, man. My will to like be like, let's just enjoy one of those is like it comes and goes. Whereas early on, I was like, I'll watch every week, and I'll like text Kathy after to be like, this was so fun. And now I'm like, I got things to do.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're all getting a little emotionally exhausted with certain things.
Yeah.
Even things we like.
Ooh.
Darren.
Ooh.
What a perfectly white wall.
What up, dude?
Hello. How are you?
Good. How's everybody?
Good.
Good.
Oh, how do I put this? Oh, gallery view. There we go.
Elizabeth, by the way, your lab is picking up the fan air, so it's getting a little bit of this like sound.
Oh, okay. Is it super annoying right now? I'll probably turn it off when we start. Okay.
It's not bad now.
I don't have AC in my house. I just have a fan.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's hot in here. It's hot in this room.
It was hot today.
Yeah, it was really hot today. I was dying.
It was hot today. Mm.
Ugh. Yeah, I have to work the weekend, drive around in my car.
Oh, what do you do for work?
We delivery.
Oh, nice.
Yep, furloughed from my massage therapy job for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Massage therapy is like the one thing that I'm like, that's not gonna come back for a minute.
No.
No one touch anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we could all use massages. That's the shitty.
Right?
You could get
I
into
know.
Reiki.
Yeah. Hey, that's not 6 feet apart though. 6 feet
Oh
apart.
yeah,
Reiki?
Reiki's not 6 feet
No.
apart. It's like an inch away. Reiki is the I'm not touching you, is this bothering you of massages.
Right. Yeah. I don't do Reiki that much. I know some Reiki masters though.
You do?
When somebody introduced me, or introduced themselves to me one time as a Reiki master, the first time I ever heard, I'm like, it's like some kung fu thing I don't know about. Like, what does that mean exactly?
That's funny.
But it's pretty common in the massage world. I don't know. why
Really?
they call it that.
Reiki?
Yeah, it's just when you go to school and you get certified for it, you're called a Reiki master.
Huh.
I feel like
Okay.
certification and mastery are two very different. Like if I said I was certified in HVAC repair and someone else was like, I'm a master of like aerodynamic thermodynamic engineering, I'd be like, yeah, you're a master, I'm certified, we're both masters. And I feel like that would not count. So I feel like it's weird that a Reiki mastery, like you would get called a Reiki master after a certification.
It could
Yeah.
be an older term. I mean, it's not an American thing, Reiki. I don't know exactly where it came from.
It's
but yeah.
Japanese.
Oh, okay, good. Good thing I didn't guess. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I thought it was Buddhist. Whoops.
Japanese people can be Buddhist, so you know.
Oh yeah, there we go. So I'm kind of right. I'm not that dumb. Yes.
Yes, you're not that dumb.
Is
All
this
right, I
everyone?
think we're just waiting on Emily.
Okay.
She usually likes long. I'm right at 7:00.
Are you guys doing accents?
I will be doing a parody of a BBC received pronunciation mid-century accent.
Okay. I'll try to do a British accent, I think.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
that character is
Thursday.
is British, Mary.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and then Daniel's the Scottish because that's the
Doing
main
the Scottish.
thing. Yeah. Oh my God.
Can you
I've
do
heard
that
you
Edinburgh
do
accent
before.
though?
What?
Can you do that Edinburgh accent?
I don't know. We'll see when I do it, I guess.
Oh. I think
Edinburgh is the it's the David Tennant or Craig Ferguson Scottish
Edinburgh.
oh,
Edinburgh.
I think it is Craig Ferguson. I
Yeah,
remember-
Craig has an Edinburgh accent. So instead of that, like Glaswegian is like that, like what Americans think of as Scottish. It's like, oh, really? Like you're doing it. And Edinburgh has that kind of like, it still has the cadences, but they don't lean so hard into all that like R sound.
Oh yeah. That's interesting because I was actually watching Outlander last night. How funny is that? I just decided to watch Outlander, and then the next day it's like,
You're like, I can do
you're
this.
Scottish. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this.
Yeah.
It's so good. I haven't seen that show.
It's good. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah. The acting is like,
Oh, wow. I'll check it out.
mm.
It looks
The
like
woman especially is really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It takes place in Scotland?
Yeah. It's like got time travel stuff.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Time travel
Yeah.
stuff in Scotland.
So it begins in the 1920s, and then it like she gets transported back to like the 1800s, I think, or something like that.
Ooh, spoilers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's the first like
I'm intrigued.
15 minutes of the show. Check it out. It's really good. Yeah. I mean, I watched like 3 episodes last night, and I was like kind of drunk. I was kind of tipsy. Me and my roommates were just like drinking, just like talking shit and watching Outlander. But we got into like I think 3 episodes. It's like an hour episodic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You know what I got my boyfriend into recently that I think is so funny? I really did not think he would get into this show. Is I watched 10:15 with him, and then he said, I was watching it at work. I watched it. I was like, you watched this all by yourself? You watched a female show with 2 female leads? What? Okay.
What does this work? What is this?
10:15.
10:15 is
penis.
painful for me to watch because I am the exact age that it's targeting. So when they're like it's 2000, I was like, no, that's when I was in middle school. And it's painfully accurate.
Very accurate. Very
like
cringy.
Style. There's a lot of flare jeans and baby tees and
the hair that she pulls down in the front.
Yeah.
It drives me absolutely nuts.
Terrible.
Like, just pull it to the side. I can't. But we all did that with our little
that was kind of a bit of the downfall of like, humanity a bit, the 2000s.
Man, humanity has been a downfall
the 80s
ever since the beginning of time.
of coolness levels. The 80s and the 90s were way cooler than the 2000s.
I don't know, man. It depends on which part of the 90s you're talking about, because all those awful 2000s fashions are 100% just extensions of 1996 fashion.
Yeah,
like Jenko stayed from the 90s, you know.
What if there's teenagers that are like, I wish I lived in the 2000s. It seemed so much cooler back then.
You know, like Gen Z kids are gonna be like, you're a 2010s kid if like they're gonna write those articles soon.
Don't say that.
Like you grew up, you came home from school so you could watch Adventure Time because you were a kid when Adventure Time was on. Like that's gonna be the stuff.
Oh my word, that makes me feel old. That came out so long after like I got out of school. When did that come out?
Sister's age group. She's 23. Yeah, she used to love that shit.
Yeah, I only started watching that in my late 20s.
Yeah. Well, should we get ready? Should we get going? Let's do this thing.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hello, Emily. How are you?
Hi, guys. Liz, I got off the phone with you earlier. We had a phone call earlier, and I was doing like a job assessment, and then I like right as we were wrapping up, like I finished that one, and I started doing another one, and like I'm not even done with it, but that's all I've been working on since like our call. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so long ago.
I know.
3 hours ago?
Yeah, it's just like SEO stuff.
Wow. I'm so sorry for you, girl.
For a job I don't even have yet. So no.
I hate that. I hate when they're like, do work to prove that you can do work, but the work you're doing to prove you can do work will be for free.
Yeah, for free. And it will probably be harder than like most other assignments that you would get anyways.
Yeah.
Fun.
But weirdly, that's any job. I have a friend who just moved to Pennsylvania, and she works at doggy daycares. And they had her come in for a work interview at like 4 a.m. She had to go to the kennel, take out the dogs, change the food, water, clean up the poop. She didn't get paid for none of that. And
that's ridiculous.
I feel like that should be illegal. Like we should make that illegal.
4 a.m.
At least minimum wage for the thing you do to test.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Definitely should
That sounds like free movies. Like, do this for exposure. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, it's like kind of a little
bad
bit
if you're doing real labor.
Yeah.
I can't pay you $20. Sorry.
But let's get going. I gotta have these fans off during the recording, and I'm gonna fucking burn up during this.
Sorry, I'll shut up now.
Tell you what. Open my window. Okay. So, so I will just, let me go to the outline. I'm going to start by doing the intro. I'll say, welcome to the episode, blah, blah, blah. And then once we get to the cast introductions, we'll just go off the order of the list. So you could just be like, hi, I'm blah, blah, blah. And then go down. And then after Quincy, because he's the last one, introduces himself. Then we'll go straight into the play. And let's see, who's playing? Gibson, me. Okay, because I have the last line on the 7th page. And then after that last line, we'll improvise the rest. And I was kind of thinking of maybe like putting a 20-minute timer on it, actually, like on the recording, you know, just for the improv part, not for the play part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
It's 7 pages of 20 minutes challenge.
Because I thought, like, you know, if we're like the size of an improv team, you know, if we do an improv set, it'd be good to do a 20-minute improv set, you know?
That's our show.
Sounds good.
So I'll set the timer, and then I'll just give maybe like just one hand signal when it's halfway through and we have 10 minutes left, and then I'll just give one more when there's 5 minutes left. So maybe then we can start to maybe do a couple callbacks and like start to wrap everything up. The other thing is, I mean, everybody's audio sounds pretty good. Like nobody's on a tablet or anything, right? Yes. And everybody can hear everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any lags either. This is like the first time that there's not an issue. It's crazy. Usually there's always something.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I think the last thing is, you know, we could do like a little bit of political stuff. You know, like I'm cool with like mask stuff or maybe presidential stuff, but maybe let's just stay away from protest stuff is all, because that could just get a little too bad too fast. And that's it, I think. Does anybody have any questions real quick before we start? No. Well, thank you all for being here, and I'm super excited to play with you all.
Thank you.
Woo! Okay, I turn off this fan. All right, so I'll start with the intro. Welcome to episode 47 of Mystery in the Radio Waves. I'm your host, Elizabeth McIrvin. Tonight, we are taking you back in time to October 14th, 1955. The ABC network produces a series called Strange, a 15-minute supernatural radio plays created by Walter Gibson. But don't get too comfortable, because we're only going to perform like 5 minutes of the play and then improvise the rest. Why do that, you ask? Why not just perform the whole thing? Well, because I have an amazing cast of actors and comedians who are at home during the pandemic, and we ain't got nothing better to do. So our cast tonight is...
Hi, I'm Mary Anthony.
Hi, I'm Daniel Kuna.
Hi, I'm Emily Clark.
Hi, I'm Darren Davidson.
Quincy Sursmith.
Emily?
Oh, sorry, I got cut off.
Emily, this is gonna be a tradition. I just got done editing an episode where you were supposed to be the first one to talk. It was the same thing.
Talking because it has a big permanent sticker on it.
I know. I'm sorry. I did. Okay.
I got it. We should have asked that question earlier. The story you are about to hear is true, but strange.
Hark to that wind, Mr. Gregg, and it'll be worse tomorrow. And you're taking the express back to London.
I wish it were tonight instead of tomorrow. I've had my fill of Edinburgh, thank you. But here, Blair, what's tomorrow? How do you know that?
It's right here in the paper, Gregg. The headline is all about a storm that happened tomorrow.
A storm that happened... Blair, are you out of your mind? If it's not going to take place until tomorrow, how can you read about it today?
ABC Radio Network presents Strange, True Stories of the Supernatural, with your narrator, famous author, lecturer, and expert on strange and weird events, Walter Gibson.
Thank you, Mrs. Clark. Tonight, I want to tell you about a man whose daily newspaper was often one day ahead. A man who had the uncanny ability to know tomorrow's headlines. The Edinburgh Express was a famous crack train that ran between London and Edinburgh, Scotland. And each day, as the famous actor Richard Gregg walked from the King Charles Hotel to the theater where he was appearing, he would hear the distant sound of the express.
There it goes, back to London again. And here I am, Richard Gregg, actor at the Dundee Theatre.
Hello, Mr. Gregg.
Oh, Blair.
You must like trains, Mr. Gregg.
I don't. Detest them. Why do you ask?
I've noticed the way you stop outside the theatre each evening and listen to the London Express.
I do indeed.
But you don't like trains?
A nuisance. Dirty, hot, never any decent food, all sorts of people. But in this case, Blair, in this particular case, that train means London. If I were on it, I'd be going to London.
Oh, I see.
No, you don't. Escape, Blair. That's what that train means. Escape from this pest hold.
Edinburgh? A pest hold? Mr. Gregg, it's a fine city.
You were born here.
Yes.
Well, each to his own, I always say. But to me, Blair, it's a torture. Although actually I don't mean the town itself. I mean that.
The theatre!
Theatre. A rundown ramshackle mausoleum populated by idiots.
We have very good audiences.
Good. They just sit there. They don't even applaud.
They enjoy your performance, Mr. Gregg.
They don't enjoy... Do they? Do you really think so?
Oh, they've been coming to see you for 6 weeks now.
To see me, eh? Well, and why shouldn't they? I'm very well known. I'm an excellent actor. But why don't they applaud?
They do, sir.
Not the way people do in London. Ah, now there's a city for you. London. An actor is recognized in London. No, Blair. You're a good fellow for a theatre manager, but you can have your Edinburgh audiences. I'm leaving at the end of the week.
The end of the week? You can't.
Why can't I?
You have a contract. Mr. McTavish won't.
McTavish. Don't mention his name.
But he owns the theatre. He pays your salary.
Ha! Salary. A dole, a pittance. I'll see him tonight, contract or no contract. I'm going back to London. The London Express will take me along its glittering rails and... Blair, you ill?
Ill, sir?
Your face, it suddenly turned white.
Did it?
Yes, the moment I mentioned the train.
It's nothing, sir. It's just that I had a kind of premonition.
Premonition?
Yes, a kind of feeling that...
That what? That something might happen?
Yes.
To me?
Well, yes. Nothing definite, of course, but just a feeling of something that might happen to the train, and if you were on it... I don't think it's funny.
Well, I do. Oh, Blair, you're so transparent.
Transparent?
Pretending to have a premonition, just to keep me here for your precious Mr. McTavish.
I'm not pretending at all.
You are, and doing it very badly. You're not a good actor at all. I must tell McTavish about this. Very amusing.
Richard Gregg's resolve to leave the Dundee Company at the end of the week was strengthened by that evening's performance. He told himself he couldn't possibly stand Edinburgh for another week. And he was annoyed, too, at what Andrew Blair had told him, that premonition he had mentioned. Somehow, though, Gregg scoffed at it. It stayed with him. So much so that he found himself getting almost emotional about it with the theater owner, Angus McTavish.
No, man. Don't fuss yourself. Don't fuss yourself. There's no need to be provoked. And especially as you're not going to take that train.
Aye? What's that, Mr. McTavish?
What's that? Didn't you understand English, man?
I certainly do, if you'll be good enough to speak it.
Good enough to. Well, then, I shall try to make myself clear, which is more than I can say you do on my stage.
What? What's that?
That's you had no trouble understanding, eh?
I won't stand for insults in any language.
Any language? Mr. Gregg, if that's your tone, no. No, you're a clever one. But I see your drift. I'll not allow you to make me that mad. I'll tear up your contract. Now, whereabouts were we?
You said I couldn't take the train.
Ah, yes. You won't, Mr. Gregg, because you do have a contract.
I'm an artist, Mr. McTavish. I tell you, I can't stand the audiences here.
And vice versa, Mr. Gregg. Perhaps they can't stand you.
What? What's that now?
Never mind. I shouldn't have said it. But about the train, as I started to say at the very first, another reason I cannot allow you is because of Andrew Blair.
That premonition of his?
It so happens it might be true.
He was pretending.
No. He has the gift.
Gift?
Aye, of foreseeing the future. And if he said something would happen to the train, it might very well.
But that's nonsense.
Mr. Craig, have you never heard of a Taisher?
A Taisha?
Aye. Andy Blair had a grandfather named Wallace who was a Taisher.
I'm not interested in his grandfather's education.
Education? Greg, not teacher. Taisher. A Taisher is Scottish for a ghost.
What does that have to do with premonitions?
There's a similarity. They're both manifestations of the supernatural. And I say to you that Andy Blair has inherited his grandfather's knack.
Now, what can happen to a train?
You're not taking it, Mr. Craig. That's understood. As for what can happen, well, who knows? Unless it's Andrew Blair himself.
Richard Gregg left the theater owner's office in a towering rage, unable to tell whether McTavish had been serious or not. For the rest of the week, he suppressed his desire to get away from Edinburgh. But on Thursday, and again on Friday, as he walked to the theater, he now detested.
Perhaps if he's going to trick me, I shall do some more damage to this theater. What could I possibly do? What could I possibly do to get me fired? I know. I shall muck about the craft services. That's indeed. I shall knock over every last bin of craft services. That'll force him to fire me.
Oh,
then
you're
I
making
can
some
on my
more...
train to London. What was that?
You're making us tea. That's very nice of you, Greg. Remember, I like 3 sugars in my tea. Don't forget that.
3 sugars. Truly,
Yes.
I will insult him by putting only in 1. That'll cause him to erupt with rage and fire me on the spot.
What
1
was that?
sugar. Boonk. Try this now.
Not bad. Thank you. Why don't you make some more for the boys?
Blast! That didn't get me fired. I shall have to think harder.
All right, everyone gather around for rehearsal. We're rehearsing our new play that we're starting at the theater. And I know that everyone wanted to be able to audition for the main role, but we have a celebrity actor that is contracted out to our theater, and those main roles always go out to him, no matter how ungrateful he might be. Anyways, does anybody have any questions about what we're going over today as far as the play?
I don't have a question as much as a comment. I just wanted to say that the tea today is perhaps the best tea I've ever had in my life. I'm not quite sure what anyone has done differently, but I just wanted to say, kind of to build morale, whoever did this, it's absolutely lovely, and I much appreciate it.
Thank you so much for that comment on the tea. Anybody want to take responsibility for that? Anybody want to appreciate the shout out? And who did the tea? Anybody?
It was Greg. It was Greg. He makes
Now,
brilliant
I'm
tea.
sure you're mistaken.
Yes.
I don't drink tea. In fact, I dislike tea greatly. I prefer coffee.
Oh, Greg, you're so modest. Oh, you're so to do that, Greg.
You're really coming around, Greg. Look at you helping out the crew. Wow, I'm impressed.
You know, in fact, I would like to say that not only do I dislike tea and prefer coffee, I do not want to take these main roles. I would like to do every other role of a figure that I would not otherwise portray. How do you like those apples?
That's ridiculous.
You're so funny. You're the celebrity. People want to see your face. That's what they're paying for. The beautiful face on the stage.
Oh,
my man.
You're funny.
Yes, you
Yes.
can't take our roles. You can't take our roles. So I am the maid. I'm the old maid. You couldn't possibly be the old maid. And our other friends here are, what are you? You couldn't possibly do that. You couldn't be bothered being an old maid.
Right. The audience would see you as an old maid and be like, what? What is this? I don't understand.
And the rest of you, what roles would you have?
Well, I'm the driver, so I'm down for to play the main role if you don't want it.
Oh.
You know what? I think that would be smart. Cast Philip there in the main role, and I will play the driver. And should anything happen, you won't be out of luck because you'll have Philip in the main role.
You know what? I might consider this actually. You know, Philip, you auditioned for almost every play we've done here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never get a role, except for today, as the driver.
Well, you know what? Maybe the driver role isn't meant for you. Maybe you're meant to play the stubborn Englishman. I think so.
If Philip doesn't want the driver's role, could I have it?
Oh my goodness! It's little Miss Billy Bob Tuckett.
It's little Miss Billy Bob Tuckett. I love the driver's role, and Philip would make a great pompous main man.
I would love to give you a role. I would just need your mom to sign your permission slip, and then you can audition, you know, like last time.
Philip, could you sign my audition slip? I don't have a mum or a dad.
Oh no, you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Perhaps if I insult this orphan, they will fire me on the spot for such cruelty to a child. You there.
Yes.
I believe you are deserving of not having parents. Everyone hear that? I said you don't deserve parents.
Oh yes, perfect. Get her into the mood of the play. What a generous actor.
Yes,
No, I mean this sincerely.
For the character, you know, for her to build on emotionally.
Thank you so much, sir. It's really motivating me to play this driver role.
Cool, Billy Bob. I'll take the permission slip and sign it.
Thank you,
to signing autographs.
Oh, is this what it's like to have a father?
Well, to know a superstar.
A superstar father. Okay.
Well, fathers care about you more, you know, but kind of like that. Yes, something similar.
Fathers care about you more than superstars?
Well, more like an uncle, you know, the one that's always had a bit much to drink at the Christmas party. Kind of something like that.
Oh, you're charged. I know what that's like. Well, I suppose it's all settled then. Should we rehearse now, Director? It seems like everyone seems to be settled into a role.
Yes. All right, everybody, take out their scripts, please. We're going to start on page 1. Traditionally, that's where we begin.
Well, since I no longer have any scenes, perhaps I could just sit this one out. But bang on this drum very, very loud during the course of your rehearsal.
All right. So, Philip, if you would just start with the first line and the first scene, please.
Where is my lemonade?
Your lemonade? Is that what you said? I can barely hear you.
I said, where is my...
Greg, can I just stop you for a moment? I think you're trying to communicate something to us to be helpful. I'm not quite sure what it is yet.
Is it perhaps that you find this drumming distracting?
The only thing that I found distracting was that I knew that you wanted to give feedback on the scene, but I could tell you just didn't feel comfortable in that moment, and you wanted to give actors their space, and you let it out in a musical way. You're such
Beautiful.
an artist sometimes. I just, I can't even.
Inspirational.
I just, anyways, if you have any criticism to give, just go ahead.
Everybody, quiet down.
I find you all quite ugly, and repulsive, and impossible to work with.
I love that note.
Good note.
Especially the management and the directors.
I see.
I'm not one of the actors. You don't have to try and get me into the mood, Greg. That's fine. You just direct it to the cast.
We're not giving you enough exposure, I think. You know what? I think, would you and Philip be comfortable doing some press to expose the play, get people talking about it, to come to it, Do you think you guys could do that?
Sure.
I know.
Cut to an interview with the newspaper.
Yeah, so
I'm Abigail Simmons from the Chicago Sun-Times, and this is my partner as well.
Jonathan.
Yeah, just Jonathan and Abigail, and we're here
Jonathan.
Yeah, just Jonathan. We're here to interview you about your new British play. You guys really know how to do drama over here. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's like staying in this city? Is it an adventure? What do you love most about Edinburgh?
I got to say I'm disappointed.
Okay.
Here I am, the lead of a high-profile play, and nobody seems to know me. I just don't get it.
I'm so sorry. Phil?
Philip T.
Philip.
Philip, don't complain. Look,
Apologies.
I'll fall on the sword, Philip. Just trust me. I rather hate Edinburgh. It's full of backcountry ninnies who have no idea what culture or art are like, and I cannot wait to leave this town post-haste.
I'm correct. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could I please get an autograph?
Jonathan!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just got so excited when I heard you were coming.
You know what? Fine.
I couldn't sleep. I was
fine.
like,
Give me a pen. Give me a pen.
Okay.
He does this on every interview. He gets everyone. We have to be professional.
Very, very good. I shall make the message out to Jonathan, did you say?
What?
To Jonathan, did you say?
Don't put Abigail. Please do not put Abigail. I don't want to be associated with.
Fine. To Jonathan, toss off, eat a bag of bullocks. How about that?
Thank you.
No, aren't you insulted?
Incredible.
No,
I'm going to sell this on
those are
Amazon
very
for $500,000.
pointed British insults.
I'm so excited. Thank
Perhaps
you so
this
much,
would be
Greg.
a
You're
bad
amazing.
PR move for the theater.
Would you like my autograph, Jonathan?
What?
Would you like my autograph? I am the star.
I'm sorry. Who is this again?
You know what?
Philip.
Follow up. I think it's great that you're teaching kids to embrace mathematics. I think it's fantastic. I think it's great.
I'm the star of the play.
Of course you are. Yeah.
So,
cut to the evening of opening night. After the play has concluded, the cast is mingling on the outside of the lobby. Oh my gosh, you guys, that went better than I could have ever expected.
I shouted through half the production.
It was genius. I'm speechless. I'm truly speechless.
I shoved Billy Bob off the stage no less than 3 times.
I loved every moment of it. Do it again.
She loved it. She loved every second. She will remember this for the rest of her life. You're the coolest person ever.
Greg,
Philip.
you've given me the performance of my life.
That's it? That's all you had to say, Philip?
That's all. One strong sentence.
Excuse me, I am actually writing up. Hi, I'm just a reporter for the New York Times. We're doing a piece here.
Excuse me, just a reporter. No, you are not, girlfriend. Look at you, fucking reporter. Hell yeah, you are. Don't ever say just. Don't ever say just. I'm a director over here. I'm not just a play director, okay?
You know what? She's just a reporter.
Yeah, I'm just a reporter from the New York Times. Anyways, I review plays. I love this piece. I loved the main character. Sorry, could you get your name?
Philip.
Oh no, sorry, not you. You, yeah.
No, I'm Mr. Greg, but
I loved, how angry you
I'm
were,
not the main
Mr.
character.
Greg.
I mostly was an ensemble member who yelled at everyone.
Yeah, I love the anger. I love how you pushed a physical child multiple times off the stage. I mean, it felt really raw and rare, and I just love to see. I'm just wondering, like, for the director, like, how did you find such an amazing leading man?
Here's what it is. You gotta find the shittiest people out there. They make the best actors, you know? They really do. They really do. And, sometimes it can be difficult as my job to appreciate everything that they do, but that's taking time as a director. That's 20 years of brainwashing myself. You know what I'm saying?
I went to this director at a pub that evening. So that's what I said. I said, fuck you, and I'm not going to pay the rest of my tab because I think everything that I've had here has been utter shit.
Right.
Complete and utter shit.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Even though I ate everything on my plate, it was also crap.
Who are you?
We're friends. We're working on a movie together.
Honey, let's go move seats. I don't want to be near this lady. She seems so drunk and so rude.
No. She's in my movie. We're taking her out to dinner to be in my movie, babe. This is why she's here.
Honey,
I honestly, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to make it set tomorrow. I've got a lot to handle. I've got a few warrants out,
Yeah.
Honey, sidebar. She is a nightmare. Honey, don't do this.
Yeah, babe.
Come on.
Okay. But I want an Oscar, okay? And the only way I'm gonna get an Oscar, babe, is I have the best actors in my movies, babe.
Ma'am, are you an actor?
I would not say no. I'm not an actor. I don't know what I would call myself, to be honest. I have some children, but I'm not necessarily a mother, I would say.
Okay.
I never really had a job.
All right.
In the theater, weeks later. Blair, do you have that special newspaper you mentioned? Blair, come here.
Yes, of course, sir.
Give me that. 2 yelliest most foul-mouthed actors create award-winning play extended indefinitely. No!
This is wonderful news. This is absolutely wonderful news. How could you not be excited?
I thought by being paired with someone who was even more foul-mouthed than I, on stage, improvising our script every single night would get this theatre shut down, and so I could go back to London. I shall never get back there. I miss you, sweet Tims.
Who's Tims? Who's Tims?
It's a river.
Cut to his house. Arf, arf, arf. Arf.
Translating Sweet Tim's thoughts. Oh, how I long for my master.
Arf, 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 arf.
How I long for the kibble.
Arf, 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 arf.
How I long for the sweet stroke of my master's hand on my back in a good way. It's not weird.
Greg, where did you go there? Where did you go? You just looked off in space. What happened? Did you have a premonition?
What if I did? If I told you my premonition was of my dog Tim's multiple, and that he was singing a musical, would you believe me?
Well, I suppose so. I don't know any other way to prove a premonition than to just wait and see if it comes true.
All right,
And I'm-
everybody, gather round for rehearsal. We're rehearsing the new play today. I'm so very excited. The star, of course, everyone knows, Greg's dog. Thank you so much, Greg's dog, for being here. So excited. Even a bigger celebrity than your owner.
Yeah, frankly, now that my dog's here, I have no reason to rush back to London, so I apologize sincerely for my behavior these past few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Arf,
All
arf.
right.
Greg, I think I speak for all of us when I say no apology is needed. You made us a better team and each better people. And I was wondering, would you be my dad?
How do you feel about that, Tims? Eh?
Arf.
Goodness, the dog talks. Oh my goodness, did anyone else hear that? The dog talks. Am I alone here? What's happening?
No, I heard that.
That's not true.
What have we been doing? We've been doing this play with me as an old maid, with an orphan, and with some arsehole as the lead, when all along we had a talking dog at our disposal.
Yes, it could be the driver. The dog could be the driver.
See?
Okay,
Oh my
okay,
God,
okay.
of course.
Driver.
I can talk, but I'll be goddamn if I'm the dog driver. I am the dog superstar.
Oh my.
You want to be the dog superstar and the dog is your driver?
Yeah.
Okay, Philip, if you could just give me a powerful statement to convince me to do this and give you this role, I'll give it to you. One powerful statement, man.
Philip T. Washington is better than any dog.
Wow. All right. It's yours, man. You're a dog superstar. Congrats.
That was passionate. That was very,
Yeah.
very passionate.
I
Cut
felt
to the E News red carpet roundtable. Yeah, and tonight we have Philip T. Washington in a Hugo Boss suit, looking pretty fly, I will say. What are your thoughts?
Oh my God, I love it. That guy knows how to wear a suit. I mean,
Yeah, he's giving me like dog, he's giving me Hugo Boss, he's giving me power, he's giving me like interspecies. I love it.
totally. We have not seen anything this good since Wishbone. Wishbone walked the red carpet in an amazing, we're going to throw up a little photo here. Yeah, here's a vintage photo of Wishbone in a tux. But as you can see, the side-by-side here with Philip T. Washington, it's a really fresh new approach. I would say this dog is maybe the new Kate Blanchett, Nicole Kidman of the fashion world.
Yeah, maybe even like I would maybe a Meryl.
Wow.
I know.
So, guys, I gotta chime in here. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes, fashion icon.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Lewis.
Cut to Greg's home. Tim's drinking.
Now,
How I
Tim, you,
miss my master and his former love.
Income pizza guy. Hey, what's up, man? Do you order this pepperoni and some cocaine?
All right.
Right? Okay, man. That'll be 25.55. Thanks, bro.
That seems like a big service markup.
Cut to a dog park. So you don't have a dog here, sir? You're just. I was just a little confused because you had a Papa John's polo on, and everyone here at the dog park we're here with our dogs, and just kind of I mean I know this is Silver Lake. I don't want to be too frou-frou or in your business, but it's odd. It's all of us in the neighborhood, and we don't recognize you.
We're talking to you, pizza guy, who's serving cocaine to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what, guys? You call me out. I just want to come party with you guys. I'm like the biggest fan. Yeah. I just watched all your movies.
What exactly?
Of you,
fan of
man.
dog owners?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm the biggest fan of, man.
Okay, I don't know. I thought you were gonna do a favor, and it seemed like you had a baggie of some kind, and my dog had just pooped, and I thought, wow, is this like a guy about to help me take care of my dog and pick up his poop? But then you gave my dog a small what I think, I don't know, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. Alyssa, Tiffany, Michelle, correct me if I'm wrong. But because I've never done it, but it looked like a bag of cocaine, a small baggie of cocaine that you were about to give.
Yeah, it's exactly what I did. It's promotion. I also walk dogs, and then I find that when you give them some Coke, they're like fucking ready to go, So I just thought, oh, fuck.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Can you stop what you're doing, sir? Excuse me. I'm going to arrest you now. Okay. I'm not going to handcuff you because I don't believe in that. Okay. I'm going to have you walk with me to the car, and you're going to get in the car, and you're going to be cooperative, and this is going to be something we're going to do together as a community. Okay. So I'm going to arrest you now, and you're going to get in the car. You ready for this? Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, hell yeah. This is fucking easy. You're going to fight me on that. Okay.
Cut back to the theater in Edinburgh. Wait, so I sold cocaine to dogs all over the city out loud, announcing myself. And for that reason, you're not only not arresting me, but giving me the key to the city to stay here forever.
Yes, exactly. We love what you've done with the city. I mean, our dogs are just happier than ever. And I mean, really, I'd love to, if you're open to it, give you the title of Mayor of London. But I don't know if you're interested.
You want me to be Mayor of London title while I'm stuck in Edinburgh, far away from my beloved London and my dog Tim's?
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't have jurisdiction in Edinburgh, but I could talk with their government. We could make you joint mayor, London and Edinburgh. Is that crazy? Am I crazy? I'm
never leaving this town.
50 years later, we open in a documentary. How did no one see this coming? How did no one know his reputation? How did he get away with the shitty things that he did for so long?
We see bodies of dogs just lying on the street.
We delve into the life of the worst actor of all time, formerly the best actor of all time. How did a perfect male actor fall from grace? We might never know.
I was just trying to leave Edinburgh. I want to get on a train back to London.
Yeah, it's really crazy that you guys even wanted me to interview for this documentary. But I would say that I have never in my life met someone worse are more mean than me until I met Greg. Greg was just a deplorable person, you know. He just wasn't nice. Giving cocaine to dogs, who does that? Why? Dogs chase their own tails already with nothing. They don't need coffee like us. They don't need tea like us. Anyways, yeah, Greg was an asshole.
Yes, I think I'm not quite sure. Again, Greg and I haven't spoken for many years after several attempts at me getting him to potentially be my father. But I mean, I think the one that got most ruined of all is Philip. Philip, you know.
50 years? 50 years and we're still talking about Greg? I'm doing Drake numbers over here. We're still talking about Greg? I'm done with this interview.
Well, okay, Philip, no, but we do have a few more questions for the interview if we could get it for the documentary. I understand you have your own accomplishments, but if you wouldn't mind.
Check the theater billboards.
Okay.
Excuse me, Abigail, I know we're in the middle of an interview, but Philip, I'm just wondering, can I get your autograph? Can I just get your autograph? I love getting autographs.
Somebody's asked for my autograph.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, Abigail. I know you keep telling me not to do this. I know your old partner did the same thing.
No problem. No problem. And look, hey, we're reporters. We're not just reporters. You and I, us women, we got to stick together, okay? You want to come in here? If you want to come in here, you know, like so many male reporters walk in to rooms like they own them. I'm going to say, go, get it. Interrupt my interview like a bull in a china shop. Go interrupt some more interviews. Go walk up to Terry Gross and say, excuse me, I've got something to say.
Oh, I have got something to say. Philip, can you please sign this napkin?
Does anybody have a working pen? I just realized my pen's not working.
Ooh, I don't.
No? Abigail?
Yeah?
Hey!
You have a working pen?
Hey, Philip!
Hey!
Philip, what's going on, man?
Oh, okay
yeah,
from one time.
Philip. Yeah, I heard. I was just back there getting some signatures, you know, and I heard you needed a pen. So yeah, I don't have a pen, but I do have a blowtorch. So I thought I could just I thought same thing, pen, blowtorch, whatever. So here we go. Good luck and congrats on the new job, new assistant.
How much cocaine are you doing, sir?
I'm sorry, guys. That's so embarrassing. That's my Coke dealer. That is so embarrassing.
Oh my gosh. Is that why? Yeah.
Sorry.
Come here, little puppy. Come here, little puppy. Got some little sugar for you. Got some little sugar.
Have a work if you would like it. So if you could just sign this autograph, and then I'd love to delve into more questions about Greg.
Yes.
Sure. All right. So you have questions about me or who?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, just Greg. So basically, I want to know, what was it like working with Greg? How did you feel about Greg? It's kind of who you became as an actor, purely because you worked with Greg. Like, was that maybe the genesis of your entire acting career?
You know, I try to avoid Greg questions at all costs, but I'll be perfectly 100 with you guys. I look up to Greg. Greg is a role model for me. The way he just doesn't give a fuck, I love it. I've always tried to be that.
Cut to the news the next day. Amidst a rapid change, it looks like the new Philip Drake collaboration is actually being scrapped, and now Drake is collaborating with, get this, Greg. I mean, if you didn't want a more out of the left field choice, but I feel like it's going to be a banger. I mean, what do you think, Cheryl?
Wow. This is just about as crazy as when we saw that dog in that tuxedo. Am I right? Nothing
Wild.
wild. This is crazy. I really thought things were looking up for Philip. You know, he kind of had a bit of a downfall. He kind of was like Rob Lowe at his worst point, but we're waiting for that comeback. We're waiting. We are thirsty for the comeback.
Yeah, but it's never happening. Like, I feel like it just is almost there and then it cuts every time.
Single time. Well, that's too bad. But, you know, you can't argue with Drake. Drake knows what he likes. You know?
Drake. I mean, all those Balenciaga and other bags, all those Birkin bags for his future wife. We love that.
Absolutely, yeah. Some Oh, go ahead.
Cut to 50 years later, Philip is at the Oscars and he's nominated for a movie in which he acted amongst Daniel Day-Lewis and Meryl Streep, and they're about to call the winner. All right, and now for the moment you've all been waiting for. The winner tonight is, oh my God, don't even believe this. He wasn't even nominated. I don't even know if he's here. Greg's dog. He wasn't even in this movie. What? Oh my God, come up here if you're here. Greg's dog, where are you?
This is Tim's third nomination at the Academy Awards.
Philip, come accept the award for the dog, please, on behalf of...
Well, the dog's got an Oscar and I don't. No, I have something to say. You will not silence me. No.
For more of the 88th Academy Awards.
All right, I think we can end it there. That's perfect. Ed plus it's dark as hell in my room now.
Yeah.
Wait, turn on a light.
Do you not have electricity, Elizabeth? Do you need artificial lighting?
No, but when I keep the lights on, it's hot, you know. So.
Guys, I could not think of anything else but a blowtorch.
That was a very fun specific.
I was like, what? I couldn't think of anything. And then I was just like, I'm just gonna say something.
It works.
Yeah, that was so fun, you guys. We actually haven't had a set in a while where we've had so many good wrapping it up moments. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was good.
Less edit.
Is your recording still on? Are you good?
Yes, I'm still recording. For a second, I'm like, what? Did it stop? Ah! All right, you guys. Well, it was so fun to play with you. Thank you again for doing it. So nice to see all of you, and I hope you guys have a good night.
Don't you want to do the handle?
Oh my God, Daniel, yes. Okay.
Especially for the people that aren't on, like, you know, that are guests.
Yeah. All right. We'll do like Instagram and Twitter handles. So we'll just do it in the same order that we did before. Starting off with Mary, if you want to.
Sure. So my Insta is Mary E. Anthony 1. And yeah, I'm on the Herald team Leroy. Hopefully we're going to be doing some shows soon for different charities and stuff. So stay posted there and check us out.
This is Daniel. So my Twitter is Daniel KOTTO 10, capital D, capital K, and my Instagram is Daniel KUHNE 1111. Thanks, guys.
I'm Emily Clark, and on Instagram and Twitter, I'm Emily, and then 4_ Clark.
Darren Davidson. You can find me on Instagram at That Guy's Life, and on Twitter at Darren2Darren.
Quincy Sursmith. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Quintessence. That's QUINCETESSENCE, Quintessence.
All right, that's it, you guys. Yay! All right, have a good night, everybody. Had so much fun.
Liz, you should
Thanks,
keep those.
everyone.
You should keep when people just talk about a shit afterwards and like just play it for like 3 seconds. That can be kind of fun.
Yeah, maybe I will.
Yeah,
Maybe I
just
will.
for fun.
All right. Bye,
All
y'all.
right. See you guys.
Bye.